welcome everyone. Just give me a quick second to set some things up. Oh wow, trees, yes. We have trees, can you imagine that? Okay, let me make the music not as loud. Again, welcome. Yeah, for this stream initially I had a little bit of a different plan, if I'm being honest. The idea was to play some Stalker 2, but apparently it's gonna get released only in the evening, so that won't be the case. So also I wanted to check out the games that you have submitted. Is it just me or is it something wrong with the chat thing at the left bottom corner? I don't know, shouldn't be the case. But yeah, I was also thinking of going through some of your game submissions, and for that specific purpose I have installed a virtual machine, but I don't think it's working, so that might not be the case. Let's try and start it once again. I used the VirtualBox, so the software you guys were suggesting on the previous stream. Maybe it will... Yeah, the virtual machine failed to boot. That might be caused by a missing operating system or misconfigured boot order. So do I have to have like a separate Windows installer for that thing to work, or what? Yeah, I don't understand that. I don't think we will be reviewing games today. It is what it is. Maybe for the next stream it will work. System. Yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. Quite unfortunate. Finally, the ads finished. You might have missed. I just said that initially the idea was to play some Stalker, but the game ain't released yet. So then I was thinking of reviewing the games that you guys submitted. So I've downloaded the VirtualBox thingy, but unfortunately it fails at booting. And that makes me wonder whether I need like a separate Windows key for the booting to work properly. Try start it again. I just did that 5 seconds ago, and yeah, I'm starting it now once again. Yep, so doesn't work. It fails to boot the machine. It seems like it needs to have Windows installed on it, but I assume that the virtual machine does that by itself. Never mind what I said, run. You have to give it the ISO. Well, I don't have the ISO. I don't have an ISO for the Windows installer or whatever it's requiring me to. I thought you guys said it's a 5-minute thing. Doesn't look like that. We'll have to think of another solution for the next project, for the next stream maybe. But yeah, it didn't really work. I did work on this project a bit though. I did work on this project a bit, and I think I'm gonna continue working on it as well, because as I said, in the evening Stalker 2 is released, so I most probably will be lost for a few days. You should know how this works. I never was required to use a virtual machine. Why the fuck would I need to know how that works? Okay. Let me first quickly show some of the changes. I did bring back the older map. The one with actual trees and stuff. Why is it loading so long? It took much faster off stream. And also managed to fix the FPS issues. Download this. Nah, I'm not gonna download it now. Yeah, so I think I managed to fix the FPS issues, but now that I'm playing on stream and I have 25 FPS once again, it does seem like a lot of computational power is being used by the actual streaming setup. Because off stream I used to have something around 60 FPS with the new assets and the monsters. So it might be related to that. But basically the idea is I'm gonna close this gap later on. So you have like a perimeter around your base where you can go and hunt the enemies that are approaching, but I don't think I will allow the player to actually leave this area just for the sake of like him not getting lost, because otherwise I would need to add some sort of minimap and stuff. So what are we doing? Oh god, what the amazing stuff there. You'll just forget what. So yeah, basically we have 3 different monster types. Currently they all are using the exact same brain. You confuse me with all the bread slang. The yellow one is the weakest one. You can see it's pretty easy to kill. And since they are using the same brain that they trained on the flat map, they are a bit struggling to reach to the base. But yeah, that shall not be too big of a problem for the demo. And also, I'm not sure why it's not visible. But underneath the bullets text, there should be another text for the basically type. Fire type, like is it burst, is it single, or is it full auto. You are able to get some money, you are able to buy new weapons, so kinda the core mechanics for the demo should be ready. I did notice several issues. For example, the AK aiming is a bit off, so if I can show you, you gotta shoot a little bit below the target for it to actually work properly. And I might want to fix that later on. But yeah, that's kinda how the idea will be. I also hope to add for the demo maybe some regular NPCs that will help you shoot the enemies, maybe a repair mechanic for the walls and fences and something along those lines. But I would say that most of it is currently implemented. Of course, the map is shitty, and that's also why I don't want to let the player roam it freely, because yeah, there are like spots like this, and now we are below the ground. But if you're inside the building, you won't ever find out about this kind of stuff. Yay, and we're gone. So something along those lines. What are the monsters though? And can we have bread? Yes, I think we can have bread. So I said that the game will be and the video will be released either this week or the next one. Since I want to add the NPCs and some more gameplay mechanics for the demo to be at least somewhat entertaining, I think it would make more sense to release it next Friday. And yes, I did promise that we will have a separate button that you click and the textures change into bread for whatever reason. So yeah, we will have that. I want bread enemies. Also, there should be like a gate that also has health bar. Hey, welcome Tino Worlds. Well, regarding the gate that will have health bar, I will change it just a bit. Because currently the enemies are trying to get to the base, but what I want to do is to have the enemies come to the walls. So basically the wall is your base, you will have that HP on top, and the enemies will be attacking the wall. You will have to use... I'll add different stuff to the trader, like hire a shooter or hire a repairman or whatever. And using those should improve and make your base better. Hopefully maybe if I have some enough time, we can have like visual representation. So maybe like level 1 wall will be like wooden stuff, level 2 wall is gonna be like metal and so on. I'm not sure about that part though. And yeah, when it comes to optimization, I'm really struggling to get this thing working more than like 60 FPS on my PC, so I'm really wondering what will be the average experience of a player. So I guess that's what demos are for. But yeah, that's kind of the idea. Have you done any optimizing? Yes, I did a bit of optimizing. Do the mimics work now without too much lag? Yes. So the first bit of optimization that I did for the mimic specifically is I reduced the lag resolution that they have. So because it's gonna be dark, maybe we can put it even a bit less. Because it is dark, you won't really notice that difference too much. But that's basically one change. The other change is it had 5 legs and 4 parts per leg. So basically one leg was made out of 4 legs, which meant it had 20 legs or something. And now I've reduced this value as well. So those things were already pretty helpful. The thing that's eating the most FPS right now actually is not the mimic. The thing that is eating most of the FPS is this map, basically. It's a huge map. It's not well optimized because, for example, you can see the fight is happening here and you have this ginormous piece of land and forest that's really not useful for anything, so it should just be removed. And all of these trees are constantly consuming computational resources and so on. And lastly, it's the volumetric fog and the sky blocks that I'm trying to implement. So I think we were sitting at like 25 FPS right now, right? And let me check an experiment. So we go to the Unistorm, right? The weather controller. And let's remove the dust storm that we just had. And instead, let's add a foggy weather. And let me check what the foggy weather is having. Vegetation weather, sun intensity, moon intensity, fog density is at maximum. Fog height. What's the height of initial fog clouds? If they lost too much detail, the setting might be too high. Let's put it at like 0.2 maybe or something like that. Fog light intensity. Let's put it at 0.6. Maybe a stronger wind will do. Use lighting, shader controller. Wait for cloud level, use weather effects. Yes, I guess. Use auras, override cloud color, override fog color, override skybox. Alright, that should do it. And I think without the extreme fog that we had on the previous run, we might see like 10 or 20 more FPS this time. Do the mimic work now? Oh, I read that. Maybe hire a sniper dude. Hold up, you call them mimics. I thought about tentacle spiders. Well, the placeholder name is mimics, indeed. That's the what the asset was called. So yeah, you see we have these volumetric clouds and whatnot. The sky looks really good. We have these wind effects. So that's what's currently consuming most of the FPS. Not really the mimics. And yeah, it turns out that removing the fog didn't really help either. I will need to limit the distance our player can see as well. Actually, maybe we can do that right now. So we have like 25 FPS average. And let's try to add some occlusion cooling maybe. Visualization. So, smallest hole. And not this. Smallest occluder. Okay. Let's see if we bake this thing. maybe hire a sniper. Hold up, you thought about just use tile-based rendering. For tile-based rendering, I would need to create like a tile system for this game, but it's using a coordinate system right now. Also, tile system won't be that much different than occlusion cooling, right? You should use imposter trees. That's true. That's true. Imposters would help, but then again, I don't really need the trees to convey the atmosphere because you'll have this fog. You'll have like this foggy area and you won't be able to leave this perimeter. So I will have some trees on the edges of your view so you can have like the feeling that it's a very deep location. But honestly, if I put trees here, it will just block the view for you to see the enemies. So I'm not sure if that will be beneficial at all. And about that forest, you won't ever see it past the fog. So also, it's just easier to just remove it, I think. What's imposter trees? Basically, just 2D images of the trees that look at the player to make them look 3D, more or less, indeed. Have you tried Cinebench 2024 yet? So the entire thing isn't rendered. The game also works on Linux, by the way. Wait, what? Have you tried? Why would I try it? Try it for what? I did try it the first time when I just got this PC to see how strong it was compared to the previous one, but it's not like I'm playing it every day or something. It's also not like the results are changing from one test to the other. It's pretty deterministic. Okay, so I think we can bring then the fog back and see what exactly we need to remove and what not. Also, when I put the fog, it's too bright, isn't it? It's too bright outside for a pitch darkness. It's a bit too bright. Unistorm. Okay, dust storm. And I'm wondering why the dust storm is so freaking bright. Precipitation, weather, hail fall. What if I do yes? Would that change anything? Oh, we're still doing the occlusion cooling. Okay, we can wait a bit for that. I'm just thinking about the World War Z and the Zeds climbing the walls. It was a pretty nice scene. Oh shit. Okay. Don't think the PC enjoys. Okay. Here is another thing that I've learned throughout this. Yeah, it is lagging. What? No Stalker 2? Yeah, apparently it gets released in the evening. Unfortunate. I even woke up earlier. So yeah, the stream was lagging because apparently all the computational power went to the occlusion cooling. So that's what I was going to say. Like, what I just realized is I can't really work on pretty or big projects on stream, because whenever I'm doing something like occlusion cooling, the entire thing just lags. So we're kind of limited to what we can do. Also, it's been a while since the last AI project. But yeah, I think we'll be slackish this week and the next one a bit until we get this demo ready. And once the demo is ready, I think I'm gonna try at least to move to my new release schedule, which should be aiming for one video per week, but we will see how that goes. So if you're feeling that the channel has been a bit slacking the last weeks, you are right. Trying to gather energy and motivation for what is coming. Alright, so we can't really work on the occlusion cooling. That's unfortunate. Let's see if the fog changed any bit. This is why we have separate PCs for streaming output and everything else. That's something in the rich language I don't understand. It is too bright, right? I mean, you can see the moon. It should be like much darker. And it's really not. It is the post-processing thing that's making it so bright. But I'm not sure what's the setting that I could play with to get that sorted out, you know? Definitely not the wind zone. Lighting, maybe this one? Lightning light. So it sits at an intensity of 0, so it's definitely not this. The lightning system, oh, that's lightning. Lightning again, lightning. So that's not the light, it's the lightning. Maybe this. Okay, so we have the moon with an intensity of 1. What if I put it at 0.5 maybe? I can't. Bro. 0.5. I can't really reduce it because it's controlled by the code. Let's see. Maybe... Elena Lozovan. Thanks, Lena.
Elena Lozovan tipped €1. Ayo, brain rot.
Set the sun intensity to lower. Yeah, I'm gonna try do that in just a bit. You're lagging for me. Is it possible to use one machine for streaming and the other one for working? Yes, it is. You can even have like a separate record. What is it called? Like a video card. I mean, it's not a GPU, but it's a recording device. It's like an external thing that does the recording instead of using your GPU. If you use OBS, you can change the process priority higher so it lags less on stream. Yeah, but then occlusion cooling, which takes like 30 minutes, will take 3 hours, and like, what's the point of that? Yo, guys, there is more. Set the sun intensity lower, and guess so. Yeah, I'm gonna try now to set the. I'm gonna try and set the light. That's lightning. That's not really the one I'm looking for. Weather, fog, cloud, time of day. Also not what I need. Celestial oh, maybe here. Moon settings, indeed. Tilt angle. Here, I think this is the one. Right. Am I... Huh. It should be the moon intensity, I guess. It chills at 1, then during the day it drops at 0. So how about we make it start at like a 0.5, drop to maybe like a 45, and like bring this stuff somewhere here as well. Let's see if that worked. Did it get darker? Don't think so. Why is it so freaking bright? Why is it so bright? Yeah, it is sitting at 0.5, so that thing worked, but I guess it's not as much as it is bright as this freaking fog is too... Yeah, it's too grayish, too light. How can I change the color of the fog though? You could at least download the OS Linux Works for the games. What? You could at least download the OS. I mean, that's what I have to do to make the VM work. It's not the at least, it's literally what I have to do. What are all of these layers? Which layers? These layers? Or which one exactly are you referring to? These are different settings for the weather system that controls like different effects for the weather. It controls... Oh wait, maybe I gotta remove this fog first. Could that be? And then maybe when I go here to fog settings, fog light color. Yeah, maybe it's this one. Maybe if we make it a bit darker, it could improve what we have. Let's try. Okay. I'm just gonna copy this one and paste it here and see if that did any changes. The fog, why does it look better in the editor than in the game? I don't know. There shouldn't be any fog in the editor. I've just removed the one that was present, but the one that we see in the game is not visible in the editor at all, I believe. It didn't change the color at all, right? So, here is how it looks in the editor. I'm not sure it's any better, honestly. It's kind of the same thing. But making it darker, I don't necessarily see the difference. Huh. How do you make the fog darker? That's a question. It is that at least you could use Windows, but that takes a lot more effort. Sure, but having Linux installed, I assume then I will have to install everything Linux would need manually, which would make it much more a pain in the ass than just using Windows, especially considering that I will need some way to get the code, so maybe I'll have to install like Discord and stuff and networking, and all of these packages would have to be manually installed on the Linux, which makes it much more a pain in the ass than using Windows. Well, that's a lot of optimization. I'll go follow up on my ideas. Hey, good luck with that. The fog, why does it look... Oh yeah, I've read that. How am I supposed to make this work? Maybe this fog color. What if I make this shit darker? Doesn't seem to be working a tiny bit. Nah, it didn't change a single bit. Nor do I have any ability to control it from here. Maybe if I change the actual mist. Yeah, I think this one might help. Because if I change the actual mist color, it should definitely have an impact on what we see. No, you're completely wrong. It depends what flavor you're using, and most of them are at least 2 times easier than Windows. You wouldn't even need to go into the terminal. How is it easier than Windows if on Windows you're not required to manually install any kind of drivers? Oh, that's much better. That is much better. Maybe I can even add like a bluish tint to this. Maybe I can even add a bluish tint. Let's see if that would make it better. This one is like a darker tint. And I believe I can even make the density not as high, right? Start size. Start lifetime, I see. Okay, let's see how it works now. But yeah, it's quite unfortunate that Stalker 2 ain't released yet. My plan wasn't working today. My plan was enjoying the new release.
The zone was never a friend.
Yeah, expected in 5 hours. Cool. Well, I'm not sure if the bluish tint made it worse or better. It made it a bit different, but maybe we can make it just a tiny bit darker. Right? Let's see. In Windows, to install application, you'd go to a web browser, search tab, then download it from a web page. You can do it the same with Linux. Sure, but depending on what kind of Linux is installed, if it's a bare bone Linux, you won't even be able to run executables and install them, if I ain't wrong. You would need to first install all your required drivers and packages and dependencies, whatnot, to be able to even do those kind of stuff like installing external apps. I might be confusing it, I might be wrong, but that's at least what I know about that. I think that's much better for the atmosphere, actually. What we do need is some dynamic light, because we currently have no dynamic light, it seems, here. Actually, let's just try it. Let's see how that would work. So if I make a light source, let's say a point light, I mean, it kind of works not bad already. We can increase the intensity to like 3. So that's kind of the dynamic. Okay, it is working pretty well, so we could already add some lights and make this house feel a bit more home-like. Also, I really want to make these guys, like their heads, I need to make them emit light as well, most probably, to make it prettier as well. Yeah, just use pop. Why would use a bare-bone version? You should use the Windows Linux subsystem. You can use Linux with Windows, but then at this point, why not just use Windows? I'm struggling. Yeah, I guess the idea that you're trying to make, that it would be kind of the same processes, but then my question is, what makes it easier? Why do you think it's easier to do that than to just install Windows. That's the part I'm not understanding. And also that, indeed, the entire idea was to use it as a separate machine, not to use it on my machine. So yeah, I'll definitely have to look more into that, but I'm struggling to see the benefits of using Linux over Windows. So unless I understand that, I think I'll just go for Windows, because that's more familiar. Okay, so let me try and add some light to our enemies. This is the first one. Point light. The point light will be of this yellow color with an intensity of 1. I think that's fine. Okay, let's see how that will look on the level 1 enemies. If it makes them look better, we're gonna do that for the other two as well. Otherwise, we won't. Okay, so we can see them from afar. That's already good. That's kind of what I was hoping for. And yes, they are. Yeah, that's definitely looking better than it used to. That's definitely better than it used to. Okay, now I just need to do the same for the other colors as well. But if I'm being honest, this project has become a shit ton of entangled spaghetti code, so I'm already dreading the moment I'll have to make this into a real game. Getting it ready for the demo is one thing, making an actual real game, I'm afraid of that part yet. We'll see how that will go. But I have a very strong feeling most of the code base will have to be reorganized and rewritten. Oh, it's snowing outside. Damn, it's snowing outside. It ain't gathering too much. The flakes are big, but they are melting straight up, so it's more like wet than snowy, unfortunately. Stream from your PC and work on GeForce Now. You can't work on GeForce Now. I don't care if it's just a virtual machine, to be honest, even though Linux is just generally better. I'll DM you instructions to get VirtualBox to work. Well, I don't need the Linux thing to be that well optimized. I just need it to work and to run your project, so that's it. And for the sake of me getting less confused, I think I'm just gonna go with the Windows install. But yeah, if you have like a step-by-step instruction for how to get Windows working, I would appreciate that. Yeah, what should we do, guys? What should we do? Because once again, I mean, we can try and implement maybe another store where you can do different upgrades for the base. Yeah, maybe we should do that. And then that will be basically the demo. Because let's think what I would really like to have for the demo. First of all, is another store where you can do base stuff, like upgrade the HP and so on. Retrain the enemies on the new map with the new perimeter, so they don't actually get inside the house but stop somewhere around this. walls. What else? Because I kind of feel like that would be basically all the mechanics that we have in Storm the House. So for a demo, it feels like that would be enough. But what do you guys think? Lucky it never snows in central Belgium. Well, it does snow here pretty rarely. It's a seldom event, but you don't really see snow. Like, you can see the flakes falling on the ground, but as I said, I'm looking at the ground and it's just completely wet. You don't even have a tint of white on it, you know? So it does snow, but it melts immediately. Even the rooftops have no snow on them, so... Haven't seen snow since I visited Germany over 8 years ago. Oh shit, that's a lot. I DM'd you the instructions. Okay, I'll look at that after the stream, thanks. And hopefully for the Saturday stream it will be working properly. Yeah, alright, let's maybe, so we don't waste the day just waiting for a Stalker, I think I'm gonna try and implement a base upgrade system. So something like another NPC. Somewhere here maybe. Let's say this guy is Gregos. Temporary name for now. Gregos. And I need to modify the store panel first. I think that's what we should start with. Store. I don't need the mod store UI and the mod store. I don't think we'll have mod purchases for now. Can you try out the submissions while we wait? Bro, are we speaking different languages? I don't have the VM installed. We were literally discussing this right now. And I don't want to be sitting and going through the instructions and installing it on stream, so I don't think so. Enemy spawner. Okay, store panel, weapon store, and weapon store UI. So these two will have to be modified. Well, not modified, but kind of create similar copies for those. So we have the weapon store UI, and I'll need the weapon store as well. Okay, so I think it will use a similar sort of UI, so let's bring it up so we can see it. Weapon store UI, I'm just gonna duplicate it for now, and let's call it base store UI. Let's visualize it. So that's gonna be the base store UI. And instead of using the weapon store, it will be using create C# base store, and then we'll make a base store UI. Bro, I understand that you really want that to happen. I do get that. You made your point clear throughout the multiple streams, but let's have some patience, a little bit of patience. It will happen. It will happen. Your game won't become worse in like few days, will it? I just prefer doing all the installment part off stream because that's boring stuff, and I'm better at focusing when I'm off stream, because here I get distracted and I'm thinking about different stuff rather than thinking about only the thing I'm doing. So all the annoying and boring shit like installing stuff, I prefer on doing it off streams. We will have the game reviews, don't you worry. It might get postponed, but it will happen. Worst case, we get more, what do you call it? More submissions if we have more time. So, want to teach you to install stuff better. Thanks. Okay. Again, yeah. What was I doing before I lost track and my mouse died? Okay, we have a deal. Let's make a deal. We will play AI Mario at the end of this stream because we didn't manage to view the games on this stream. We will have several runs of AI Mario. Maybe we can think of some other game as well, like Subway Surfer, where you guys will be controlling, but I doubt you will succeed too much, because that's a game where you do require quick inputs, and Twitch sometimes doesn't read them as fast. So we will have that, like a compromise. I'm not gonna leave you without AI stuff today. But I really need to get this shit over with. Okay, so base store, and now I just need another C# script, which will be base store UI. And now the snow turned into rain. Yep, that's more like Netherlands, I know. Okay, let's try and get this over with as quick as possible. Base store and weapon store. We will start with the UI part, I think. It should be more or less similar, I believe. More or less. Wait, it didn't... Oh no, it opened here. It opened in this window. A difference might be that I don't really need it to initialize itself, as I have here. Like this part, I don't think I need it. Instead, I can do that just manually. Because we'll have like a set amount of things we can upgrade or interact with the base. Let's see. Canvas. Base UI. No, not this one. Base store UI. Let's change this to base store window. And now the grid will have a panel. And let's make, I don't know, like... So we'll need one for repair the wall, upgrade the wall, buy a repair guy, and buy a guy that helps you shoot at enemies. I think those will be the 4 upgrades for now. So maybe we can set it like 300 instead, or maybe at least 400, so they all fit in one row. Yeah, something along those lines. So here we'll call it repair 20 health points. Actually, no, maybe let's make it repair 50, why not? Repair 50. The next one shall be upgrade 100. The third one will be hire a repairman. And this one will be hire marksman, for example, or maybe hire hitman. Something along those lines. How many others are watching? I think 2 more people in total, if the values are accurate. Maybe 3. Okay, so now this will be panel ID 0, this is panel ID 1, this is panel ID 2, and this is panel ID 3. Okay. I need to make this work now. So for the base store UI, I will need to get all the panels. Let's do something like serialize field. Oh, fuck. Serialize field, private. What is the panel that I'm interested about? That's a store panel object. Store panel array panels. On start we can do, or actually I can do that on awake even. We will do this for each store panel in panels, and we will assign this, and here is the one that we need. Okay, so on store panel clicked, instead of getting the item, there is no item anymore, so we'll have integer selected panel ID. Wait, did I misspell it? Yes, I did. I'm back. What did I miss? Yeah. I'm trying to make a base store, a very quick base store where you will be able to at least buy and upgrade the HP of your base. Description TMP. I'll need that as well, so I'll just, it will be easier if I just copy it from here. Okay, I mean, we'll also have a close button, of course. That's about it, I believe. On store panel click, I don't need the weapon, I just need maybe the panel. We get the panel ID, burst status, there is no such thing, no auto status, description text, we won't have the stats description maybe. Actually no, we will. And the stats description will be the following. Or do we? No, I don't think we need actually. any stats description here. So if weapon store unlock, that's already me checking if the weapon is unlocked, so I don't need that here, but here we'll need to check if the store is open. I don't need a reference for the FPS controller. Instead I need a reference for the coin manager and for the base, because I will be altering those parameters instead. Private base. We'll need this event just for the UI reasons, of course. We'll have this thing, public bool by upgrade integer ID. If weapons in store, yeah, we'll need a way to come up with the price of this thing. So maybe we'll have something like public integer array prices, and also public integer array purchases. So for example, we do prices at the ID in order to compare the price, but then instead of unlocking the weapon, I don't need this here, I need to remove this price, and what I need is to say purchases at ID plus plus. So that's basically incremented because I need to do for here is what I was thinking. I was thinking of counting how many purchases I have and multiplying that with the price, but then I don't think that should be the case for repairing. That should be more the case for upgrading stuff and hiring guys. So maybe we can do something like if ID equals 0, which will be the repair thing, we will do a different stuff. Else we will do this thing. We'll compare not only the prices. Give me a second. So here I can do this. Yes. And I don't even need to track it, but whatever. And here we will do not only prices, but we'll do purchases at ID multiplied with the price. So it will be like twice as expensive to buy a second upgrade than it is to buy the first one. Alright, now coin manager, add coins. I should do again this. Okay, purchases plus plus. So I think that's about it for buying stuff. I see, refusing. Hey Zella, show me what I missed. You didn't miss anything. It's basically the same thing. I'm trying to get a system for the base upgrades. Should be done in like 5 minutes, I believe, or so. We're almost there, but not there yet. Oh, actually, I do need a reference to the FPS controller to realize when the player is in range. So I need to do this. And this. Okay, interact store, FPS controller and shopping, get store open, throw on open weapon store, invoke is store open, sure. And the last thing, actually I don't need this one because I'm not initializing the weapons. I just need to listen, store panel, yep. I initialized the button. I don't need the start. I don't need the update. I do need this though. I don't need the reference to the weapon store, but I do need a reference for the base store. Store. So instead of checking whether the item is locked, yeah, we won't have this thing. Instead, we'll have buy button interactable true. There was the problem. What's the issue? Wait, that's not button from the UI. Yeah, that's from the debug. What even is that? No, I need button from Unity UI. Yeah, this thing. Okay, and now we get the text buy, and the buy will be. Let me think how we will do. Oh, I have an idea. I have a better idea. So instead of doing this thing, I would much rather do this thing. So now I don't need this entire bullshit. Because this way, maybe not like this, but purchase ID plus 1. Because otherwise it will be 0 and it will mean the object is basically free. So what I did here is, instead of having those if statements, I will increment the purchase thing for everything except the first one. So if it isn't the repair stuff, we will increment the amount we bought. So if we don't increment it for the first one, it means the price will be always the same. And it allows us here to do, what is it? Store dot price. Wait, what? Oh, store dot prices at selected panel ID, and store dot purchases at this one, and we multiply. Right? So technically the front end should be ready and working right now. The part that we're still missing is the actual logic when we do the buy upgrade, because here we would unlock the weapon when that happened, and here we will have to have like a switch case for every single different ID. So switch ID, and we'll have case 1, temporary break, and now we need to have similar for all 4 of them. Case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4, right? Actually no, case 0, case 1, case 2, case 3, because we want it to be aligned with the array that we used. Great. So now at case 0, we will basically repair the castle. So let's go to our base and add some values here. We'll have public integer. What do you call it? Let me think. It's public integer base upgrades, for example. Then public integer repair man amount, and last one is hitman amount, right? And now we'll have something like public void repair float Is it a float? Yeah, float amount. And we will do health current equals max mathematical minimum between the start health. Not really, not really. Okay, let's first of all do another one. We'll do public void by upgrade. So what that will do is base upgrade plus plus, and when we do repair, base upgrade plus plus, and we will do health current. Let me think. I'm using health start here only. Okay, so then that should work. Health current equals health start plus base upgrades. And let's say a base upgrade, I said it was how much? 50? 100, okay. So that multiplied with 100 should work, and health and the repair will be this. So the maximum possible HP or health current plus 50. So it doesn't exceed basically that amount. That's the idea. But I think I also have to change on health change this. I'm gonna do that here as well and here, because it basically changes the health. Right, on health changed. And I think I'm listening to this from the slider event, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, the base UI, health changed, and here is the part that I want to change. That has to be base upgrades multiplied by 100. All right. So the base upgrades should be working now. We can just do here base.repair 50. Here we can simply do base.upgrade base upgrade. Wait, I misspelled it. By upgrade. First of all, I misspelled this thing. What is it? Base store. Base upgrades. Let's bring up. Oh, never mind. Okay, by upgrade. And for these two, we don't have methods yet. Here is the thing. If I want them to be visible, like an actual man in the game that is repairing or shooting or whatever, it would be much more difficult to implement, but there can be also a very easy solution where you can't really see them, but they just do some passive stuff. And I don't think that's what I want to do. I think I want to actually have the guys roam around and do some stuff. So we'll leave that blank for now. But the repair and the upgrade, I expect that should be working now. Let's see. Okay, base store UI. Store. Wait a second. So that's the weapon store, right? And I'll need a similar thing that will be the base store. I'm gonna remove this and make it base store. Next, prices. Let's say, I don't even know, let's say repairing will be 100 coins for now, upgrading will be 500 coins, hiring... Shit. I was like, what the fuck was that? It keeps Uh, yeah, it keeps fooling me. I thought I would get used to it already. What's the chat saying? Swear by every member of your family line in the past, present, and future, you will play the games on Saturday. No. What if I ran out of internet? I that's too much of a price to pay. I can swear I'm gonna do my best, and I can swear that if everything goes well, then I'm gonna definitely do it. Huh? You see what a political answer that was. But yeah, jokes aside, I really will try to get it working for Saturday, because I understand you have been waiting for it for like 2 weeks already, if not more. So I will try my best. Can tell you this much. Oh me, do me. Okay. That's the base store. FPS controller. Here is the base. And here is the coin manager. Great. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I need to go here. Base store. Close button. Description field. Description TMP. Description stats TMP. Purchase button. No quits on stream starts. For sure, for sure. And the panels, I'm just gonna assign them manually. Bro, I'm looking at how this project is set up, it makes me wanna puke. Bro, like this code base, this entire thing is... Oh, I know it is a demo. I know it is a proof of concept. But for fuck's sake, it's made so bad. I don't know, it's either me losing my skill, me not ever having the skill of making larger projects, or me working on stream. But fucking hell, this code is ugly. I mean, there is no robustness whatsoever. If I would like to have another option, I would have to manually add a panel here, manually do changes here to the pricing and so on. It's just so freaking bad. If you're looking this and noting anything down, please don't. That's like, I'm demonstrating the worst coding practices right now. Let's just make this one clear. Alright. Do I have everything that's required? I don't know. Hopefully. Where is it? Where is this Gregos? Here is Gregos. Gregos? Yeah, Gregos. I need to give you the store and PC, but you already have it. Okay, so now in the FPS controller, wherever I'm opening the store, now I actually need to know which store I'm opening. Bro, that is so goddamn ugly. Okay, it is what it is. We gotta finish this demo. I've set a task in mind. I said I'm gonna complete the demo. Well, actually I said I'm gonna complete the game, but I'm gonna complete the demo. Where the fuck is the FPS controller? Fuck. Okay, unlocked weapons. Where is? Oh yeah, there it is. FPS controller. All right. So here is what I need on toggle store. On store interact. Yeah, on store interact. which happens. Wait a second. Yeah, on store interact. And the problem is the weapon store is the one listening to this event, you see? The base store is listening to this event and the weapon store is listening to this event. Which means that both of them will open when I press button B next to a store. I don't even have it in place that it will open a specific freaking store. Oh my god. Ugh. The code is trash. I don't think the word trash makes it justice. It's like, I don't know, it's terrible. It's just terrible. It's so much hard code and so it's very bad. It's very bad. I'll be honest with you. I might reconsider using this framework completely. Because here is what is happening. Unity FPS animation framework. There was like a sale maybe a year ago on Humble Bundle that was selling Unity assets for pretty cheap. And one of them that I got is this one. So it's a fully procedural weapon movement, yata yata tralala. So described as a very, very technical and good first-person shooter system. So I was like, okay, I mean, I have a system, I might as well use it. Let me try and make use of it. So that's basically what you saw me trying to do. But the thing is, while this system is truly very good, it offers a shit ton of possibilities. I don't think I've ever seen a worse explanation and documentation. Imagine a system that has a shit ton of functionality. And the tutorial, the video tutorial is even worse. They just go and show you how to do a default setup and then you can't really use it anywhere. But, like, that's how much information you get per stuff. How to rig your character. That's about all the information you get. And spoiler alert, no, that's not enough information. Even if you follow it step by step, that's not enough. Not even talking about the fact that it is outdated. It says last updated 3 months ago. Most of the stuff here is outdated, so you can't really use it with the newer version. And the most annoying thing, in order to be able to run like a demo project of this thing, you don't have it here, you don't have it in the package. No, you have to go to their GitHub page, or this drive thingy, download the demo, import the package, and only then it will work. And what the demo does, besides giving you a character and so on, it has this FPS controller class. So like, this entire mess of a code is their demo project. And when we tried doing the multiplayer game, it was my first attempt at kinda organizing this code, but I was so damn confused. Now I think I understand much better how the system works, and I think in the third try I would do it better. And again, the system is really good, it's just the demo part that sucks and the documentation, so it takes a lot to learn to use it properly, especially the mod part, as you could see. But what I did see is that Unity, whatever it is, FPS framework. What I recently saw is that Unity, maybe FPS demo. It was free. Yeah, this one. What I recently saw is Unity has a first-person shooter demo where you can change skins for your weapons, where you can also control different values, and it's not using procedural animation, which means should be much easier to synchronize and to optimize, basically. It seems to have all the necessary features I have, but I haven't checked the documentation, so I'm not sure if that will result in me just spending some more time learning a new framework, and instead I maybe should just retry using this one or whatnot. But it got me curious. I definitely want to check what this one has to offer, because maybe that would be an easier foundation to build upon. Utter useless garbage. Rust? What about Rust? What about it? So yeah, I'm a little confused which direction I should go for when I get to make the game. I'll try to download this and see whether the code base is better organized, which I honestly doubt. But who knows, like 11,000 people downloaded this thing, so maybe it's not that bad. It has reloading, shooting, inspecting, running, holstering, and more. So yeah, it feels like all the stuff that I was trying to implement here, they already got it covered. So I'll take a look at this one, and if it would be a better basis to start, I might just move to this one. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share. But currently we're dealing with this messy code and trying to get the demo at least to work. And it would also be nice if I could, with ChatGPT maybe, or by myself, create an entire game architecture before even starting to code. I think that would really help to keep the code cleaner. That being said, we need a way to figure out which store we're interacting with. How would we do that? Because I think not this one. I need the NPC store, because I think that's the one that is controlling the... Yeah, so if we go to NPC, we should see this thing on trigger enter, and we have the player in the range, which turns on the UI, makes sense, but also it triggers this event on interact with player, which is never used apparently. How would I do that in a better way? How would I do that in a better way? I mean, I have an ugly idea again in mind, but I don't really want to do it. On store interact. Actually, I think I have an idea. I might. I'm not sure if that will work, but I think I want to test this one out. So what if I do here serialize field, no, serialize field, private, and here we'll have like game object store. I'm wondering if I turn off the object that is the store and that is listening to the event. I wonder if I turn this off, whether it will continue listening to the events or it won't. But this might just be the solution I'm looking for. So for this NPC, the store will be weapon store. And for this NPC, it will be the base store. Could you at least be downloading the ISO in the background, bro? Come on. I said that we'll try to get everything done until Saturday. There is really no reason to rush it like this. Okay, Gregos. And it did open the weapon store, unfortunately. Fuck. Well, wait a second. But then, what I can do is... in the... No, not here, but in the store. So, like, base store, right? I can... Instead of doing it in Awake, I can do it on Enable. And I can do it on Disable. Right? I think that actually might work. And now I have to do the same for the weapon store. Okay. Okay. Actually, maybe I leave this one in Awake. You know? Yeah, maybe I leave it like this. Oh, no, like this. Yeah. Will that work? Will that work? I've cut my finger yesterday while cooking. I didn't even notice it until today. I'm so freaking sleepy. Yeah, okay, let's get this thing over with as quick as possible. And then we'll play some Mario and wrap up this stream. And then on Saturday, we will have a longer one, because first of all, we will be reviewing the games, and second of all, because Stalker should be already released and I will be playing the shit out of that game. Okay. Fingers crossed. It ain't working. It didn't do shit, did it? What the fuck? Nor did this one. Well, this one did work, okay. Oh, never mind. Me dumb a bit. I need to do this and this. And I have a good feeling that it will actually work this time. I have a feeling it will work this time. Yeah, I think we're gonna move the streams from the morning. Okay, B. No, I don't think it did work. I don't think it worked at all. This one works. This one works just fine. This one doesn't. What could be the reason? Oh. Oh. Okay. I think I know the reason. Here, in the weapon store UI, I have such a thing as the weapon store window. And I don't have this one, thus I'm not triggering it anywhere. Okay, but not weapon store, it will be base store window. Right? And... oh fuck, not the base UI. Not the base UI, the base store UI. Yeah. And now, on weapons... wait, How did I miss that whole part? How the hell did I miss this entire part? Okay. I need now store on open weapon store, but I gotta rename it because it's not. Fuck. On weapon store plus equals import. Sure. But I want to rename this thing. It's not weapon store on open base store. So when we open the base store, store on weapon store, and here we gotta do this. Right? And then on button close, we're missing this one as well. Okay. That's a bit confusing, honestly. I didn't assign any of the things. How did I miss all of that? Alright. On buy button is required as well. Okay, so on buy button, store, buy, upgrade. I don't need the owned thing though. Instead, I need it to change based on the value. Yeah, something along those lines. Now, on button close, I need to do store, interact store. Weapon store window, I need this one. And the boolean to be passed. Okay. Did I miss anything else? I don't think so. Where else am I using this? Nowhere. Okay. This might just work then. This might just work and we can move to the Mario game. Computer has malware. Stop being boring and start using Windows 95. Hey, Vampy, welcome, welcome. Zello is allergic to reading the chat. No. Why are you bullying? Why are you bullying? Stop lying. All right, fingers crossed. Oh, I forgot to assign it. Okay, now fingers crossed. Nice. So it opens this door and this one opens this door. Nice. And we have 100 HP, and if I do the upgrade by 200 HP, 300 HP, 400 HP, yay! And let's get ourselves an MK and kill some. Well, actually, not even kill. Let's hope some of the enemies will have the brain power to reach our base and see if the repair thing is working properly. Because if it does, we're basically done for today. Honestly, I think the game doesn't look too bad. Of course, it has its downsides, but eventually, overall, I think it's looking decent enough. Okay, so these guys should start dealing damage, shouldn't they? I guess they're a bit shy. Oh yeah, I removed the possibility for them to deal damage. That's true. I can do something like 325 maybe. And let's try to repair. and it got to 375, and it got to 400. Okay, the repair part also works. So basically, what is left for the demo, at least, is to add the possibility to hire repairman and shooter, but that's not a mandatory thing for the demo. More importantly will be to retrain the AI for them to actually properly attack your base. I think that would be quite useful. And I think that's about it. We'll have a playable demo. Hopefully it will run properly on most of the devices, but I guess that we'll find out during the testing. We have to play a sound for you to read. That's a lie. You are just a liar. I have even been reading all of your repeated messages. Every single time you tried to make me download the ISO and stuff, every single time you've repeated yourself, I even read that. So you're just lying now. But the question is, do we play Mario or do we don't? Will the testing be free? Of course. The final result most probably will be free as well. And add the possibility for people to lower the PO to be able to play. What does PO stand for? Oh, the PC. If you read this, then L. You see? And then you're complaining I'm not reading your messages. You are playing yourself here. Alright, so do we play Mario, guys, or do we don't? Because it really depends on how many players we'll have, whether you'll have fun or not. If it's gonna be just Splat plays typing in chat, then it's basically just him playing regular Mario. Well, I don't see any messages in the chat regarding that, so I guess the answer is no. Right? I guess you don't want Mario. Will YouTube be able to play Mario? That should be the case. Can we play Subsurfers against you? Actually, yeah. We might also go for Subway Surfers. Let me see. Let me run the code then. And yes, YouTube should be able to do that as well. Again, you won't be able to spam. I mean, you will be able to try to spam, but your messages won't log as accurately if you will be spamming. Let's see. So that's the Twitch template, and now I need a similar one for Windows. File. Desktop. Discord board. Twitch code. YouTube. Template. Open. Okay. Oh yeah, I need the YouTube link. Let's go to YouTube. Zuzelo. They need the stream link. Okay. Now I gotta put this here, and I gotta make sure we don't have the vintage story controls. We do. Right? No, we don't. Left, right, up, and down. Sure. And now I gotta make sure the same goes for Twitch. Yes, it seems that it should be working. Okay, let's now do the following. Okay, Subway Surfers online. Let me start the code. Okay. It's connecting in 3, 2, 1. All right. It looks like it is connected. You guys can try. Oh wait, I think it won't be working, right? Oh yeah, because you can't control the game with WASD. Okay, 1 second. I need them to reassign the buttons to the arrows. So that will be left arrow. Left arrow. Right arrow. Up arrow. And down arrow. Down arrow. Okay, let's restart, and I think it should be working now. In 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, guys, you can try doing something. Oh, I didn't write the commands, did I? What happened? What happened? The commands are left, right, up, and down. So pretty simple. Left, right, up, down. So that's what you gotta write in the chat for it to register. Let's see if it's working, guys. Let's try with up and down. I'll be trying to dodge, but I need to know if it's working or not. Is it working? I don't think it is. Yeah, I don't think it is working. Why is that the case? Why isn't it working? Yeah, I'm not pressing anything. Now I pressed jump, but it doesn't seem to be working. Is it even registering? Well, it does read your messages. Left, right, right, left, left, up. And those should be the correct messages, but I don't think it is working. So it got the message, and then, yeah, it should be working. Wait, why did this change to 4? Maybe it has to stack with 3 people. No, because I turned off the vintage story thingy. It should be just using the regular one now. The one that we used for Mario. The code looks good. Like, here is how I see it. So it definitely registers the correct commands. And then it should compare them here and do the actions, but I think we had a similar problem, and that wasn't because of the code, but it was because the arrows were not working. If you remember, that was kind of similar problem when we had the first AI project, right? And that's why I had to make YouTube control like I, J, K, and L instead of the arrows. It might be that the arrows are not working in this code for some reasons. Yeah, maybe we can make it like a longer duration, I don't know. But I don't think that will work. try just Twitch. It's not a Twitch thing. It's not Twitch or YouTube. It's specifically arrow controls. Because WASD, it would be working, but it isn't working here with WASD. Let's see, maybe WASD Subway Surfers. Maybe here it will support WASD and then it should be working. Okay, whatever, just... Whatever. Okay, is WASD working here? No, it ain't working either. Huh. I don't know, guys. Because again, it doesn't let me control with WASD, and I guess this code is not working for the arrow commands for some reason. Let's see, maybe on a different website. Doesn't seem like there is a different website. Well, I guess Mario it is. I'll let you guys go for several runs of Super Mario and then we'll wrap up the stream. Let me then again change it to D A W and S. And let me do the same thing here. Okay. Right. Now let me run the code. And in 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, it should be connected. Yes, okay. Here it is working. The question is whether it's working only for Twitch or YouTube guys have control over it as well. And it's snowing again. Interesting. Yeah, it doesn't seem like anyone on YouTube is even trying to play, so as I said, Splat, it's just gonna be you trying to play with huge latency Super Mario. Yeah, these kind of projects are interesting when there is a bit more activity on streams. Why are you just jumping up? You should go to the right. Alright, you're making progress. I wonder though how you're gonna manage the jumps, because for the jumps you will need to press 2 buttons. Maybe I can help you a bit with the jumps. Well, slowly but surely you are making progress. So slowly but surely. Okay, I'll try to time moving to the right when you jump. And I'll try to help you jump. Let's go. We're in this together. You jump, I move right. Nice. Easy. Hey, Tina Worlds is here. So you got a little bit of help now. It was just one message from him, but I can't spam here either. But you don't need to spam. You don't really need to spam. Like the frequency Splat is typing with, that's I think one of the best frequencies here for it to be rather fast, and you died it. So it definitely works, and it works for both chats, it seems. The more you spam, the more confused the program basically gets. So it's more like timing it properly, I guess. Wait, I was going to say, what if I control it through the chat as well? So it's like the three of us playing, but then I remembered that it's not really possible. Because if I switch to a different screen, you guys won't be able to control the character. Because you're basically controlling my keyboard, so you'll just be writing in the chat as well, instead of me. Alright, you have 3 more lives. Let's see. Let's see how far you can go. Alright, that's a good start. You got the mushroom. I'm gonna be helping you with some of the jumps. I'll be like the secret helper. Be careful here. Be careful here, guys. Alright. How are you gonna pass the 2 other guys? The other 2 mushrooms. Let me get you on the pipe. And then... Okay, now it's up to you. I'm not pressing anything, and I think... I am surprised. Color me surprised. I was 100% expecting that not only you're gonna lose the mushroom here, but you're gonna completely die. But I got surprised, pleasantly surprised. Careful, guys. Do you need help with this jump? Do you want me to help you with this jump? Okay, going further. Can you complete level 1? I will have to ban this guy after we finish, because otherwise you won't be able to control. That's a good strategy, to wait for the enemies to just fall off. Let me help. I was going to help you with this one, but I didn't manage in time. Okay, let me get you quickly to the same spot where you have just died. So you can continue from that point, basically. I think you were somewhere here? Oh, I don't think you made this jump, yeah. So it was somewhere here. Okay. Not touching anything, and... Why did you do that? Why did you do that? And you tried really hard to do that, as I see. Why? It looks like Splat decided to be a sabotager this time. Fuck. Well, okay. One last try. Let's do one last try. Don't need the sounds. Let's speedrun to the same place where you guys stopped previously. Okay. So far, so good. I think it was somewhere here. Well, I guess Splat really doesn't want to pass to the previous level. Why are you randomly jumping? Did you guys confuse the goal? It's not you trying to mess up my playthrough. It's me trying to help you succeed. Nice. Wait. Splat still wants to go to the left. I see. Well, here is gonna be your chance. No, it's not. Alright, last try. You do you, guys. You do you. I'm not touching anything. You go. There you go. The last try. Whatever you do, that is your choice. Okay, you somehow survived this guy. Splat just be jumping on the same spot. Okay, the progress has started. Let's go. The progress has started. Oh, you actually did this. I'm not sure how you did that though. I think it's like a pixel error or something. But good for you. Let me get you on the other pipe, because there are no dangers here, but it's just... Okay, nice timing. Looks like Splat took the controls in his hands. Let me help you with this pipe as well. Okay, there you go. Jump! Jump! Ay, ay, ay. You were pretty close. You were pretty close. I think it's the latency, actually, because I see you wrote up, but I think that might have been the latency. Let me get you to the same spot. Remember, you have 2 more lives, so be careful. Okay, there you go. We have a 10-second input delay and you moved while we were fine. Aha, so now it's my fault, I see. You silly guy. Go for it. No, nobody is touching the keyboard. Go for it. You are the only one playing. What's your excuse now? What is your excuse now? Did I kill you this time? Don't think so. Don't think so. And you died again. All right. I think that's enough for today. I think this is enough for today. Yeah, overall, I think the stream wasn't one of the best ones we had. But then again, I had some different plans for today. And unfortunately, we didn't manage. I mean, not didn't manage, but we didn't have the chance to play Stalker. That would have been cool. Yeah, as I said, for Saturday, I'll really try to get the VM installed and to get your games installed on that VM. So we can immediately start playing. And we will review your projects. Also, I think I'm gonna really think on changing the schedule of the streams, because I don't feel they are doing what they should be doing right now. And I'm not talking about the views, I'm just talking about the quality of the streams. I think most often in the morning I'm also kind of sleepy and I'm not that energetic to be able to like host a 3-hour stream properly. So I'm thinking of switching it more into the evening, but we'll have to decide that on Discord maybe to see what other people are thinking. But yeah, the Saturday stream will be at the same time as usual. And yeah, hopefully Stalker 2 won't disappoint me. I'm gonna be waiting it, how much? It says 5 hours now. 4 hours. Not too much, but yeah, 4 more hours to wait. All right, yeah. Thanks, man, for joining. Thanks, everybody, for joining the stream and participating. Good stream, thanks. But objectively speaking, I don't think it was that good, was it? We did make some progress in the game, but it was ugly. It's ugly code, so I don't know. I'll try better for the next one. All right. Thanks, guys, for joining, and I'll see you on Saturday.